is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge?
Alright, BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. We are here with another week of racing for the Knuckleheadz iRacing Elite Grassroots Racing Series. We've got two races up today. We've got the Roberts Electrical Dirt Street Stocks. No, we don't. It's just the Dirt Street Stocks here, normally sponsored by Roberts Electrical. The Dirt Street Stocks here at Lernerville Speedway. And then we've got the Dirt UMP Modifieds coming up, as well as Lucas Oil Speedway. We had some pretty good nights last night. We were at Bathurst for the 420 Oz Sim Racing League. And that was a great race. But dirt track racing here today. Let's get down to our track. Let's get the info up on the screen. There you'll see. There we go. Grassroots Racing Series Dirt Street Stocks here at the Lernerville Speedway. 0.37 mile track. About 1,000 feet elevated in the air. So the wind with the oxygen will be thin. Partly cloudy, 2 mile per hour winds, 45% chance of a rain, but I don't think we'll see any. It is qualifying out there at the moment. This is a timed race. So they have 20 minutes for qualifying, and then they have their 30-minute race coming up. Let's get down to the track and have a look and see what some of these times are like. There we go. We see Chris Standridge does have a quick time. 17.149, 17.238, 17.297 for Mike Davis, Kelly McKellen. Wayne Bridges, Richard Jackson, Mike Benese, Brian Angel's out there, Brett Vanderwood, Tina Davis. That's who's Tina Davis? Tina Davis, I do know who Tina Davis is. Well, thanks for the like, Robbo. I appreciate you, brother. Very much so. All right, so that means we shouldn't have any more ads on the Twitch side of things until we get to the end, which is good. Looks like, let's see, how many cars do we have? There are 10. So Travis McDonald hasn't yet got out on the track, but just the 10 dirt street stocks here today. Not a massive field, but it's going to be fairly competitive by the looks of it. The 92 Wayne at Bridges on our screens. He's got the 99 Michael Mad Dog Davis up ahead of him as he goes off the track. Mad Dog. Oh, why is there no race sound? There we go. That was a bit weird. That must have been from last night. Apologies about that, guys. All right, qualifying's just about wrapped up. Looks like Travis McDonald did get himself out on the track. himself an 18.11, 18.011. That's put him in 9th spot. Tina Davis back to 18.9, 6.35. Sorry, I do know who Tina Davis is. They've raced before, but I'm just trying to remember who they are. I wonder if I can tell by the Discord. No, the listed as Tina Davis there as well. Not sure who that is. I do know they've raced with us in the past, so we'll have to wait and see. All right, that is qualifying it done. Our 30-minute race. Is about to start. Let's get our telemetry all set up, get the grid up on our screen. No heat racing here today, just the 10 cars on the track on that front row. Chris Standridge and Mike Davis. Second row is going to be Kelly McKellen and Wayne Bridges. Richard Jackson and Brian Angel on that third row. Fourth row is going to be Mike Menez and Brett Vanderwood. Travis McDonald and Tina Davis round out our 5-car field. All right, the boys starting to roll out. Dirt UMP Modifieds at Lucas Oil after this race. You may see a few extra drivers sort of coming out for that one. Lernerville, always a tough choice. Dirt street stocks, that's how I learned to race here. Excuse me. Chris just getting that nose back up to the front of the field there. Here's our starter in this start. Don't know if there'll be any cautions. We'll have to wait and see, but it's a 30-minute race, so whoever's at the front within the 30-minute mark will be our race winner. Oh, it looks like a bunch of cars coming down low off that start. There has been a crash straight away. But it looks like no caution has come out. So that was Brett Vanderwood, Mike Menez, and Wayne Bridges. Let's have a quick look there off that start. Looked like one of the cars just came down to the low end of the track. Oh, he got pushed by the TRD car, the 92 and the 7. The Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel just got caught up in the rear end of the 92, sorry. And that has brought out that first crash. No caution, though. This is a timed race. So the boys will just keep it going. Think of it like an enduro. Kelly McCallum back there at second. Richard Jackson third. Travis McDonald, Mike Davis fourth and fifth. But Chris Standridge is the man of the moment. One of the cars went a bit low through 1 and 2. The boys have had to go up high to make sure they get around that. Quite a dusty track here today. Why didn't the car numbers thing update? There we go. While the race is going round. Oh, there goes Kelly McKellen off the track. Richard Jack's currently out new race leader. Chris Standridge has fallen back to second. See what happened there. As Chris got a little bit loose, a little bit sideways. He was the guy that went low. 48 and 53 went up high. And is this an enduro? Maybe it is with the way they're driving into each other. Mike M designs Michael Moniz in the 6th place there. I think this is an enduro. Let me just check the schedule. That's not KHR, that's Sim. There we go, grassroots schedule. I believe this is an enduro race, and that is why they're driving the way they're driving. It is 30-minute enduro race. That makes a lot more sense now, Bob. Angel has moved into our race lead. Mike Davis, Travis McDonald, Chris Standridge, Richard Jackson. This is going to be mayhem to keep up with. Cars just going everywhere. Lap 12. Might be able to get like 100 laps in here. 2-minute race. It's only going to be a battle of survival. All right, while they're rolling around the track, we've still got a good 25 minutes of race to come. I will be back in just one moment. Mike Davis still our race leader. Let's get a look around at that track and some other cars. Mike Davis, Richard Jackson, Kelly McKellen. Currently the top, Hiccup's top 5. Looks like that 8 car is wrecked. Brett Vanderwood hit the wall hard. We saw in the background as well, Chris and Tina Davis, Chris Standridge, Tina Davis coming out of the pits. So we still need to go in and get some repairs done. Designs. He's fallen back to third. Mad Dog, Michael Mad Dog Davis is our race leader now. A little side-by-side action there. Mike Moniz in the 53 of Richard Jackson. Looked like someone went off the track there. I believe that was Chris Standridge trying to achieve flight. There's the 53, Richard Jackson, just a little bit of hip and shoulder on the 30 there, trying to sort of push him up the track a little bit. Didn't work. 30 held his steed where he was. Big crash there, looks like between the 30 and not quite sure, the 79, I believe. Tina Davis, maybe. That's the old machine of Mike M Designs. He's left that one out the back behind the shed instead of inside, all tarped up. You can see the rust effect. Oh, there's Chris coming racing out of the pits. Looked like he was going to upset the 88 Travis McDonald there, but just bounced clean off of him and did not come off of that better at all. Davis, Mike Menes, Kellen McKellen, Richard Jackson, the 5, Brent Vanderwood, Wayne Bridges, Brian Angel, Chris Standridge, Tina Davis, the 10. Oh, the 30 got stuck on someone there. 92, Wayne Bridges looking the wrong way. Same with Chris Standridge by the looks of that. Brent Vanderwood racing alongside Mike Moniz. That's the 52. Richard Jackson. Oh, he got Mike Moniz good. A great way to start the Knuckleheadz iRacing League racing a week with an enduro. So just let the frustrations of the week out on the track. Look for that driver you've been wanting to see all season and just put him up into the wall like Richard just tried there with Travis. McKellen and Wayne Bridges, I believe. There's Mad Dog Chris Standridge, Richard Jackson still going. Davis, 5.5 second lead over Travis McDonald, Mike Moniz, Richard Jackson, Kellen McKellen, all a lap or two down. He's there, Mad Dog Davis. lap 39 of 40 is done. We are 40 laps in, only 12 minutes, 45 seconds in. So still a good portion of the race, 55% of this race still to come as the 53 Richie Jackson gets right up into the 79. That gets up into the 30. I think 30 copped the worst of that. Oh, the 99 Mike Davis, he might be able to, Travis McDonald, Mike Menez might be able to get that lap back now. Our new race leader, Mike Davis, Mike Menez, Richard Jackson, and Kelly McKellen, the top five. Richard Jackson's just there, but he is a lap down. So he's going to need to upset these boys, get past them, and get all the way around the track and get back up to them again to be able to take that position. Excuse me. Oh, someone has gone off the track there. That's Richard Jackson. Poor Richard Jackson. He was out there doing his thing. Getting into people. Looks like karma had paid itself back in full. Wayne Bridges, he's just cruising around the track. Really not taking too much time or effort. Comes the 99. He'll speed him up, though, if he taps him from the rear. There we go. But once again, it seems to affect the person trying to cause the trouble worse. Looks like the 92, the 79, and then the 99 all caught up there. There's a 92 sneaking his way back on the track. I just have to go to the little Bob's room as we hit lap 50, a little bit over the halfway mark of this race. Just 13 minutes remain. Can Travis McDonald hold on? Will Mike Davis get that car back up into that race lead? Can Richard Jackson get onto the lead lap? Stay tuned and we'll find out, guys and girls. We'll be back in just one moment. I'm on mute. I need to be off mute to talk so you guys can hear me. The 88, the 7, the 53, the 53 got a bit loose there. That's Richard Jackson. 99 is our race leader. The 88's in second. But Brian Angel just gave him a good hip and shoulder. Oh, there we go. The 48 and the 92 off the track. They go Kellen McKellen, Wayne Bridges. Just about 10 minutes remaining in this race. All right. Just still cruising. I think the proper broadcast will start on the next race when we actually have some racing and not crashing. Why can't I get to that? There we go. I'm just trying to get something off my screen and I just can't find it. right, 5 minutes to go. Wayne Bridges, our current race leader, with a lap lead over Kelly McKellen and Travis McDonald. Looks like a couple of cars have come to a stop. Not sure if they're just if that 30 car of Mike Moniz is broken. A few in the pits: Brian Angel, Travis McDonald, Richard Jackson, Brent Vanderwood as well. Oh, I'm on mute. Damn it. Brett Vanderwood, Enduro, but we're all running out of fuel. There we go. Everyone's running out of... So just the, let's see, has the 79 got enough laps? 6 laps. No, look, even if Wayne Bridges runs out of fuel, I don't think the 79 has enough fuel left to get there. 6 laps. Taking it very casually at the least. Oh, it's the 92's run out of fuel as well. Where's Chris Standridge? Oh, he's 10 laps down. Yeah, he's not going to have enough laps, I don't think, to get back involved in this race as well. Wayne Bridges will be officially scored as the race winner here by the looks of it. Well, Chris and the 79 still going. I don't think there's going to be enough laps, though, to get in. So we'll jump over to here. Thanks for the like, Mike. Thanks for the like, Dale, also. Appreciate you guys as we just sort of run the last little bit of fuel out in these cars. Wish we could see fuel count, but 70. Well, Chris has moved 3 laps down. Tina Davis might have enough fuel left here to sneak their way in. This could be very interesting right here. I jumped into the chat thinking, oh, look, we could just get the chat started with Wayne going now. But Tina Davis has snuck from behind to take this one out. Look out, 15 seconds, one more lap remain. Chris Standridge is not going to have enough laps to get there, get around that car. He could run it hard and try his best, possibly sneak away with a victory here. Let's have a look. What's the 79 got to do? He's got to get around over half more of a track. The 79's put that foot down. They are coming into the turns. They're going to lock this checkered flag in. Oh, no. Oh, no. Go, Chris. Go. Go, Chris. He's stuck in the corner. Chris, go, Chris. Go, Chris. The 79's turning around. He's getting that car going forward. Will he get it to the green flag before the checkered flag before Chris comes around? He won't. Oh, no. Oh, no, Chris was a lap down. It's not going to matter. What a finish. Tina Davis sneaks across the line with a finish there after almost costing. All right, let's await Tina Davis into the chat. We can solve this mystery. I know that I'm sure as soon as I speak to them, I'm going to know exactly who they are. But I just can't remember now. Here we go. In the chat, actually heard me say that. All right, the mystery. Let's drum roll. Congratulations. We're going to say congratulations to Tina Davis, but it is, and I can't remember the male name. Who is it? Who have we got?
This is.
Oh, it's Tina. It is Tina. I am so sorry, Tina. I remember we had a female name in the league a while back, and it was a male driver. So, holy cow, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Congratulations, Tina. Well done. Okay. How did you? Am I right? Are you a partner of someone that has driven for us in the past? Or have I completely muffed this up and offended you solely?
If you never see the inside of Mikey.
Mike Davis.
Mike Carr.
Yeah.
I'm Mike Davis's ex-wife.
There we go. Well, you just showed the boys how to get it done and how a little bit of patience in the middle of the track will save some fuel. When did you notice that that was becoming a bit of an issue? Was it when the car started to? Yeah. So as they sort of started to realise what the issue was, and had you done anything purposefully to sort of save fuel, or was it like, okay, we really need it? Because I saw Wayne was pretty much crawling through the turns at the end there as well. Was it look like, were you going to make it? If Chris had that one less lap, could he have beat you to that finish line?
Probably so, yeah.
Because yeah, that's I forgot. When we started the race and I saw, I think it was Brent Vanderwood or one of the Yoda Outlaws guys just come straight up the middle of the track and into the guys. I was like, oh, that's an interesting start. And then I remembered time-based track, enduro, we're running 100 odd laps almost, 71 in this instance, that it was going to be a bit of a test. Talk to us. What's your iRacing sort of career like? How much are you into it? Like, have you just picked it up from sort of from Mike in the past? Talk us through what your sort of your day on iRacing's like.
He got me started on it, yes. Gave me his old steering wheel and setup.
Yep.
And no, I suck.
Well, like we say every week here, would rather be better than good. I'd rather be lucky than good. And yeah, the luck was definitely shining your way today. I think we had about 5 or 6 different leaders in a 10-car field, so pretty much anyone. Travis McDonald was looking good there at the start. Chris Standridge, but no, the 79 machine, you got it around all the way around. Are we going to start to see a bit more of you on the track, do you think, or is this sort of just you wanted to come out and try out the dirt street stocks?
I figured if I could do anything, I could wreck people.
Exactly. See, Tina, I love it. I love it. That is it. That's what I say to the guy. Look, even if you're not in the points, be in the competition, because then you're an extra opponent that everyone has to deal with, and it's good. Look, it can pay off. Here you are in the winners booth in our second enduro for the season. Not an easy thing to win. Just due to the nature of them. We've got the Dirt UMP Modifieds up next. What are the chances we'll see you on the track?
I spin out on straightaways on those.
In those, yeah, they're a little bit too much power for me. I feel like you and I are in a similar sort of throttle control sort of situation where we can put the foot on the throttle or take it off. That little bit of in-between stuff where it keeps it a little bit more in control. It's a little bit out of my grasp, and that's why I sit on this side of the seat and watch you guys race instead, because they make it look pretty easy though sometimes. So I wouldn't blame you if you did want to get out there and try it, but no, I'm glad you came out and showed the boys up here tonight. Well, look, until the next time we see you, and I'm not sure when that will be, but you're welcome on our screens on the track anytime, Tina. Before we let you go, though, friends, family, anyone you wanted to give a shout out to, thanks to for sort of the race today?
Mike got me. Mike Davis
Yep,
got
so
me into it. It's fun.
blame Mad Dog.
Yep, it's Mad Dog. I did get to crash him a couple times, so I don't know if he realized it. I thought that was awesome. And yeah, as soon as I seen everybody run out of gas, it's like, oh hell, I'm just gonna putt around here, see where I can go.
No, you did a great job. I was really worried when you came through 3 and 4 for that last time, and you just got that little bit loose down into the wall. Look, I'm a bit of a biased driver, fan, sorry, when it comes to Chris Standridge. So I was cheering him on, and I was watching the track map, and I could see your car sort of backing up, doing the 3-point turn to get it to go, and I was just like, oh god, Chris is going to get her at the line, oh no. But no, he was a lap down, so that was, yeah, as I say, rather lucky than good in these instances, because they pay off a lot better than skill does. But congratulations, you've got bragging rights over the lads until the next one.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. All right, that was Tina Davis. I was completely wrong. Thought it was one of our male drivers that had just a different account name, but no, it was Tina Davis. Congratulations. We didn't get to the actual results. Let's do the results now, I guess, Bob. Brett Vanderwood from Yoda Outlaws in 10th. Team Southern Sim Racing's Mike Mees in 9th. 8th, Mike Davis from Mo Digging Mafia. Travis McDonald finished 7th. Nerd Herd Racing's Richard Jackson in 6th. The top 5, Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen in 4th. Wayne Bridges in 3rd. 2nd, Chris Standridge from Outcast Racing. And Tina Davis gets the win. All right, we're going to jump on over to the Dirt UMP practice session. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Welcome to the show, BobbethTV, let's roll. is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge? Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. So thank you again for tuning in tight. BobbethTV, where we live the fight. The engines may cool, but the legend will grow. Till next time, welcome back to the show. Engines prime, the lights go low. The crowd is roaring, time to go. Thank you for joining, the spotlight's aglow. Welcome to the show, BobbethTV, let's roll. Bob on the mic, the voice of the night, calling every lap under fierce floodlight. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. There goes Von Mead, ripping through the bend. Tom Land, the Terminator, pushing to the end. John Bennett's drifting, Foxworth's on fire. McLean and Jackson climbing higher and higher. Travis still chasing Poodabah, but Chad's on fire. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. There goes Von Mead, ripping through the bend. Tom Land, the Terminator, pushing to the end. John Bennett's drifting, Foxworth's on fire. McLean and Jackson climbing higher and higher. Travis still chasing Poodabah, but Chad's on fire. Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. Steel and speed, the battle is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge? Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. So thank you again for tuning in tight. BobbethTV, where we live the fight. The engines may cool, but the legend will
All right, BobbethTV is back live, and you know what that means? One more race coming your way. It is the Grassroots Racing Series for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. We just finished up with the Dirt Street Stocks Enduro at the Lernerville Speedway. Now we're heading over to Wheatfield, USA for the Lucas Oil Speedway round of the Dirt UMP Modifieds. They are currently in practice right now. So, as is customary, Bob will take a short break and leave you with the practice highlights. All right, that brings an end to the practice session. Let's have a quick look at the who had quick time in that session there. Kent McLean, 14.438. Travis McDonald and Chris Standridge, second and third quickest in practice there. Richard Jackson, Kelly McCullum, fourth and fifth quickest. And then our remainder of 11 car field, 6 to 11. Mike Menez, Brian Angel, Jonathan Foxworth, Brett Vanderwood, Mike Davis, and Wayne Bridges. All right, we're going to throw over to our qualifying session now. This is going to determine our grids for our night of racing in this second of two races. Ken McLean, 14.830, almost a full tenth of a second faster than Travis McDonald in second. Mike Davis, Brian Angel, Mike Benitez, third, fourth, and fifth quickest in qualifying there. Brett Vanderwood, Wayne Bridges, Kelly McCullum, Chris Standridge, Richard Jackson. We do have one more car to qualify, it seems. That's going to be Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit himself. Doesn't look like he is out on the track, though. Chris, into the wall, down into the tyre. He locks a 15 at 9, 1-9 at 1 in. About 30 seconds to go. I don't think Jonathan will be getting out for his qualifying. Chris stuck on the tyre there. All right, looks like qualifying has moved over. We're going to get to our first of two heats here. The inside line to be decided for the feature race here. Kent McLean and Mike Davis on that front row. Mike Menez and Wayne Bridges second row. Chris Standridge and Jonathan Foxworth will be on the third and final row. We don't have a Lucas Oil track map, apparently. Wonder why that is. Oh, I'm on mute. Jonathan Foxworth joins the track. A little bit of a blink there, so hopefully not too many issues with that connection. Kent McLean, Mike Davis, front row. Mike Menez, Wayne Bridges, Chris Standridge, Jonathan Foxworth. Jonathan Foxworth having some connection issues, though. So we'll see how that goes. Off we go. Heat 1 underway. Ken McLean and Michael Davis side by side. Ken McLean staying down low. It looks like Mad Dog got caught up high, and that's going to wash off a bit of speed on him as we get the second lap of Heat 1. Is hot. Ken McLean leading this charge. Michael Muniz behind him. Mike Mad Dog Davis behind him. Wayne Bridges, Chris Standridge, Jonathan Foxworth's car has, oh no, just might have just blinked out for a moment. Pop that car into the pit lane there. We get a white flag lap. As the 75 gets the checkered flag, we'll take out Heat 1 of the UMP Modifieds here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Ken McLean has just scored himself a feature pole position start. Results are as follows. Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit, will take out 6th place. Outcast Racing's Chris Standridge in 5th. Wayne Bridges in 4th. Mike Davis from Mo Digging Mafia in 3rd. Mike Maniz 2nd. Team Southern Sim Racing. And then BAM Motorsports driver Kent McLean has taken out the win in Heat 1. Will score the feature start. Who will start alongside him? It will be Travis McDonald and Brian Angel on the front row. Brent Vanderwood and Callum McKellen on that second row. Richard Jackson on that third and final row. Only one of these cars will join Kent on the front row. Who's it going to be?
All time.
Oh.
Man, it was all.
Sorry, that did not mean to start playing on my other screen there. Auto play videos. Brian Angel, Travis McDonald, Kelly McKellen, Brent Vanderwood, Richard Jackson. So Travis McDonald's going to get that early lead. Brian Angel 2nd, Kelly McKellen in 3rd there. Halfway into this heat race, the last lap of the first half of this second and final heat race here. Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen, Brent Vanderwood, Richard Jackson. It's the 5. Just 2 laps to come. Well, once we get out of 3 and 4 here, Bob. Get at the start finish line. 2 laps to come now. Look at the hiccups. I'm trying to get through my coffee. It's hot. So Ken McLean, Travis McDonald will be the front row in our feature race here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Travis McDonald checkered flag. Heat 2 done and dusted. Our Sunday night US, Monday morning Australian races are done. All right. Oh, we didn't do the results for Heat 2, Bob. Need to do those just briefly to get them out of the way. But Richard Jackson, Nerdhead Racing in 5th. Brett Vanderwood from Yoda Outlaws 4th. Kelly McKellen 3rd. Yoda Outlaws Brian Angel in 2nd. Travis McDonald has won Heat 2. That will mean our grid for our feature race is Kent McLean and Travis McDonald on that front row. Mike Manise and Brian Angel on that 2nd row. Mike Davis and Kelly McKellen on the 3rd row. Wayne Bridges and Brent Vanderwood on that 4th row. 5th row is going to be Chris Standridge and Richard Jackson and Jonathan Foxworth if he's still got his car doing its thing. I don't think it has. I think he has retired. So I think we'll just have a 10 car field, 5 lines. 35 laps. I've been on mute that whole time. All right, we're back in racing. Kent McLean, Travis McDonald, Mike Manise, Brian Edge, Standridge, top 5. Jonathan Foxworth, Mike Davis, Kelly McCann, Richard Jackson, Wayne Bridges, and Brett Vanderwood at the 11 as we get this race back underway. caution has come out. Second one for the night. Let's see if we can see what this one was. No, it doesn't look like it's come up on the screen. So we're about to get this one going again. All right, off we go. Lap 7 of 35, a fifth of the way into this 35-lap main event. Looks like Ken McLean slid up the track a little bit there on that restart. That's going to give Travis McDonald a bit of an inside line run on him here with Brian Angel and Mike Manise, Chris Standridge behind them. Looks like Kent getting that car back up to running speed, though, able to hold Travis at bay there. Brian Angel making a move into the top three on that low line of Mike Manise. Another caution has come out, lap 12 of 35. One looks like it might have been Mike Manise involved in that crash. Let's have a look. There he is there, the 30 machine on that low line under Travis McDonald and the 7 of Brian Angel. Just a little bit of a tap by Brian there, changing speed. Brian 30 of Mike Manise turns around down into the infield. All right, lap 11 of 35, a third of the way into this 35-lap feature race. UMP Modifieds here at the Lucas Oil Speedway track for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's grassroots competition. Travis McDonald our race started there. Ken McLean, Chris Standridge, Johnson, Foxworth, Mike Davis, Richard Jackson, Brett Vanderwood, Callum McKellar, Mike Manise, Wayne Bridges, and Brian Angel is our 11-car field for today. Have a new winner in tonight's race. Tina Davis, ex-wife of Mike and Mad Dog Davis, came out and won the Enduro, the Dirt Street Stock Enduro at Lernerville Speedway here tonight. A lot of the other cars raced a bit too hard, ran out of fuel. And she was able to sneak her car around those few extra laps, get those laps back, and get the checkered flag and take out the victory. Lap 19 of 35. Just about coming to a close. 15 laps remain. The 53 of the 30 battling it out here. 53 in 6th place, 30 in 7th. Caution has come out. Brian Angel, Yoda Outlaws driver. There's there, the white pink 7 machine. Oh, looked like he was coming up on Mike Manise, checked up a little bit, but the 92 behind him, unfortunately not able to stop in time. Brian Angel just visiting the pits there. Did tell her to go up to the leader, but okay. Lap 21 of 35. All right, off we go and racing yet again. JJ Martinez, hey, in the chat, what's up, brother? Would much prefer to see you on the track, but we'll take what we can get. Good to see you, bro. Hope everything is well in your life. Lap 22 of 35, done and dusted. Lap 23 is about to be started. Just 12 laps remain in this 35 lap race as we get another caution. I'm just going to stay with Kent up the front while I quickly deal with something. I won't be a moment. Looks like I'm back just in time for the restart. Kent McLean, Jonathan Foxworth, Travis McDonald, Chris Standridge, Mike Menes, Richard Jackson, Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen, Brett Vanderwood, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis is our 11 car field with about 12 laps remaining in this race. Already had one winner here tonight. Tina Davis came out and took out the late model endurance race. No, not late model, sorry, Dirt Street Stocks endurance race at Lernerville. So we will have two winners here tonight. Foxworth's fallen back to third there. Still got that blinking issue. Whatever's happening with his internet, it is causing some grief, but he's working with it. 53, Richard Jackson just up off the track there into the wall. Lap 29 of 35. Kent McLean has this in the bag at this stage. Travis McDonald in second by about 1 second. Jonathan Foxworth almost 2 seconds behind the leader. Mike Menes 2.5. Standridge back there as well. Brian Angel, Wayne Bridges, Mike Davis, and Brett Vanderwood, Kelly McKellen, and Richard Jackson. I'll spit them all out soon. Just sort of holding that line where he can. Jonathan blinking in front of him. Something they're kind of used to with with John Bennett as well. So I don't think it'll be too big a concern. White flag lap. We better get back up to Mr. Kent McLean, our race leader, as we get him coming over the checkered flag. He will take out the Dirt UMP modified round of the Lucas Oil Speedway Grassroots Racing Series race. Let's wait for the results to come in for the rest of that race. There they are. Excellent. All right, in 11th, we have Richard Jackson from Nerd Herd Racing. Kelly McKellen finished in 10th. Yoda Outlaws driver Brent Vanderwood in 9th. Mo Digging Mafia's Mike Davis in 8th. Wayne Bridges 7th. Yoda Outlaws Brian Angel in 6th. Our top 5, Outcast Racing's Chris Standridge. Mike Menes from Team Southern Sim Racing. Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit. Excuse me, hiccups in 3rd. Travis McDonald finished 2nd, but BAM Motorsports driver Kent McLean picks up the victory. All right. Let's get over to the winners booth, and congratulations to Kent McLean, most dominating run here in the UMPs all night. Was quick time in practice, quick time in qualifying, won his heat, got that pole position start, and did not look back. And I think after the the race that was the enduro at Lernerville. I feel like regardless of the cautions of this one was a little bit more relaxing. How do you feel with the race went, Ken? Obviously, well. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Yeah, it feels like I haven't raced in forever since we took off for Mother's Day that week.
Yep.
So yeah, it went exceptionally well.
And it may not surprise people to know that I still forgot to turn my alarms off. I still got up early, made my coffee, sat down, and then went, "Where's the sessions? Why aren't they loading in the app?" And then I remembered, and it was like, "I'm going back to bed. This is too early." And yeah, so it was a struggle to make sure I was ready to go because it turns out my alarms weren't reset this week either. But no, made it in time for the enduro and obviously this race. So no, it's always like that when there's a week off. Feels like we might as well have a month off. It feels like, because just that one little non-broadcast and yeah, you just forget how to do your job. But you didn't forget how to drive that week off. Yeah, Travis McDonald, Jonathan Foxworth was there for a bit. I think Jonathan seemed pretty quick actually. I think he's blinking. He had some network issues that we're more familiar seeing with John Bennett, that I think held him back. He looked really quick, but unfortunately that blinking wasn't able to sort of assist him in that one. Now, it looked like a lot of the cautions were sort of momentum changes. So guys getting a little bit loose on the turns and losing speed, cars coming up on them fast or checking up to avoid that contact and then the car behind them. Is that sort of a Lucas Oil thing? Do the corners sort of bog up a bit or sort of get a bit split? Like, is it sort of either or? It's no sort of happy middle ground, or do you think some of the guys were just maybe carrying a little bit more throttle into the corners than they should?
Yeah, a lot of it. If you're not really too familiar with this track or dry slick with this car, you really have to watch your speed and your entry as far as how much speed you're carrying. Because once if you don't hit the bottom just right, because like 1 and 2 is pretty much slick from a car width down to the car width, for each side, top and bottom. So once you hit that slick, that car is just going to slide. And somebody checks up, and it's just going to be a pile up. But yeah, these cars are once it's dry slick, you have to. These are major throttle control on these cars because it even corner exit. If you get in it too early, then you're going to wheel spin, and you won't carry any momentum down the straightaways. But yeah, it didn't. I don't know how many cautions we had. It didn't seem like we. It didn't seem to me like we didn't. We had that many, but.
There was
But yeah,
total one, two, three, four, five yellow flags in that
I
race. So
yeah.
enough sort of
So
green run gaps, I guess, in the middle to sort of pad them out where weren't really an inconvenience. It's just more of a reset, regroup, and get yourself going. You were saying there with the guys where they're coming into the turns and stuff. Obviously, if they come in, they don't set correctly. They were spinning out. We did see the opposite of that. Sometimes some of the cars not able to come in as low as they would like to carry that momentum, and sort of get stuck on that high line and have to sort of regroup, wash off a bit of speed so you don't hit the wall. We did see that happen to you, I think, at least once coming out of four, where you did have to take a bit of a higher exit than you wanted, and it looked like Travis was sort of going to have a little bit more momentum to sort of regroup, but you got it going. You got it back up to speed and kept that car in front. If you remember the moment I'm talking about, was that a concern for you? Was there any issues there, or was that more just look, here we go. Yeah, wash that off. Let's just head
yeah,
down, bum up, sort of thing.
yeah. So a few laps, I moved up top, and in 1 and 2, I run over the off the berm, jump the berm, and it kind of killed my run coming down the back straightaway, and I just kind of hung up high in 3 and 4, and then I seen on the relative that he was catching me, and about the time that he was like, I'm catching you, or I got a good run on you," I was like, I think that was when the caution come out or something, but I was like, yeah, I was about to go right back to my line because I was running low in 1 and 2 and high in 3 and 4.
Yep.
That was where I could see I was pulling them, but because I could get a pretty good run off of 2 staying down low, down in that moisture. So, but yeah, it was a fun race.
That most certainly was. We're pretty much at the halfway mark the grassroots racing series. I think we're about 5 6 weeks in, 5 or 6 to go. Tomorrow night it will be the 305s at Knoxville, and then the big blocks at Oswego, and we'll wrap up the racing week with the 410s at Port Royal. So back to the sprint cars. We know that they have been a little bit of a handful in the prior weeks. Any preparation you're going to do for those? 305s, maybe not so much, but the 410s Tuesday night at Port Royal. That one is going to be a doozy. You think a few practice laps might be in order there?
Nah, I'm just gonna pray. I'm just gonna send it and pray. That's all. Yeah, I'll probably run a few laps just to figure out. Like in the sprints, I'm not. I love driving them. I'm just not that comfortable in them yet.
Yep.
So I may run a few practice laps where it's tacky or it's dry slick, where I need to put the wing, kind of at least have a half-ass idea of what I need to do. But yeah, John and Chris, all them, Travis, Dawson, those will be the guys to look out for and probably win it. So
No, we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But then also, when you go in it with little expectations, that's where we see some of the guys really step up. You don't overdrive it, you don't overthink it, and then good things can happen. And like we said to Tina earlier, like we've said to yourself and others in the past, I'd rather be lucky than good. So you never know until the race sort of happens and the way that unfolds. And a little bit of patience, a little bit of uncertainty might be the key to winning, sort of keeping you out of some of those bigger battles and being there at the end. But we'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out and take it from there. Points battle, though. John Bennett not here tonight, so that's going to help some of you lads close that gap down a little bit. I think
yeah, I hope he
Travis.
starts missing a few of them.
Yeah. If we can just have him miss a
I
couple,
might be
let's
able to pick
just week 6 would be nice. Just 3 races, 5 races. Give the boys a bit of a chance to sort of close that gap. Travis, I think, is the closest with about 28 points behind him. So, yeah, John does have a bit of a stranglehold on it, so can't afford to miss nights like this, but not too many. But I know the other boys will be like, take the time off, take all the time you need, John. You rest up, and we'll take care of the racing for you. So, no, let's see how that plans out. But John, firmly in control and can afford to take a little bit of time off. All right, my man. Well, look, congratulations. We've got the racing tomorrow, so we'll see you back on our screens in a little under 24 hours' time. Before we do that, though, friends, family, sponsors, who do you need to give a shout out to for making all this possible?
the wife and kids, KP Plumbing Services, KHR, Bob at Mud Mule TV, and John, with me and my teammate and all, Bam Motorsports. We got a great group of guys, and it makes it possible to run every week, and it makes it fun.
Yep. No, awesome, man. Look, well, I'm glad. Just it's a little bit of a smaller car count tonight. I predicted that with the Enduros. And Lernerville, it's not a fun combination, but we should see it pick up again tomorrow night. And hopefully, look, hopefully John's not away for anything unfortunate. If he is, we wish him all the best. But hopefully, John just can afford to miss a few extra races and just let these boys fight it out amongst themselves. And who knows, we'll see where we're at in a couple of weeks' time and go from there, my man.
A lot of work. Thanks, Bob.
All right, congratulations yet again. You have a great night. We'll talk soon, Ken.
Hi, buddy.
Bye. All right, that was Ken McLean, our winner here tonight. Beat 10 other drivers to take out the Dirt UMP Modifieds here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Well, we'll be back tomorrow night with some more racing. I'll be back tonight, I believe, with some co-op gameplay. I'm not sure what we'll be playing. We may play, I think we're going to be playing some Dark Pictures. We may, Dark Pictures Anthology. We think we've found one that's actually more than 2 players, so we may have a special guest streamer with us tonight, myself and Shrubgod. So stay tuned for that on Twitch. But otherwise, if you're here for the racing, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll do it all over again. Thank you so much for watching, guys and girls. My name is Bob. You know the drill. Love is all. Boy.